would have hell thought William Dafoe would be a nice guy? Like, the guy has the most evil smile in existence.
But he's Willem the friend.
In this film he is. Welcome to Preachin on Preacher, episode 81. In part 1, we're going to be talking about episode 6 of season 3 of Preacher, which is called Les Enfants Du Sang. In part 2, we're going to be talking about the best and worst depictions of God and Satan in movies and in television. I'm Aidan Ralph.
Michael Ormond.
Joe Lennon.
I suppose I'll be Kenneth Keegan.
Hey, you did it. You admitted who you were. Don't you feel better?
No.
Okay.
No, that's too much. I'm Keegan K.
So, gentlemen, how are your weeks? Nick?
Good. I was on holiday.
On holiday?
Mm-hmm.
We were all on holiday.
We were all on holiday, technically.
So all four of us and 10 other people rented a house in County Down. I'd highly recommend it. I didn't even know it was a thing until it was suggested a couple of years ago when we did it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys weren't there that time, right? In
the last one I wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I mean...
No wonder the last one was so much better.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fuck you, mate.
It wasn't really.
Fuck you.
I like both of them.
So I've only been hanging out with you guys for the past 4 years or so. Was
4 years?
Yeah. 4
Is it not fucking long?
Feels like 8.
Oh, Christ. It's like a sentence, isn't it? Was that something that you guys had done before we did the thing in me either? No. Was that
never the house renting piece, but we had gone away a few times before.
Because I didn't even know it was a thing to rent a big gaff and just have it as yours for a couple of days. I didn't know that was even something that was done. And it's clearly something that is done, because even just the amount of trouble we had trying to find somewhere for this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a very absolute star that is Hannah.
Exactly.
An absolute whopper of a weekend.
Mm-hmm. Thank God. Like, I don't know, maybe I just didn't, maybe just skim read the messages in the group about it, but I didn't realize there was a Game of Thrones themed house.
I didn't know until I arrived.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
So it's deadly. So we arrived to the very, very nice house in Down in the middle of nowhere, really. And we went in. There was Game of Thrones flags everywhere. Like, if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you look online. You went to flags and stuff that you can get. You can get a flag for it. Like, name a family in that show or in those books, and there's a flag for them.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, of course, the Night Watch flag, which I also have one of at home.
Did you steal it? Did you?
No, I bought that legit. So
okay.
I can tell, like, it wasn't super cheap either. So, like, those flags would have cost quite a bit to buy as well. So that was pretty cool.
That's because there were so many. Every room had about one or two. Really,
at least.
Yeah, and then the dining room had like nearly every single one of them.
All the main houses,
so
anyway. Yeah.
Like,
it would cost a fortune.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
even the rare family flags were there.
Yeah,
like,
every one of them.
My room had a Mormont now, and I would not expect that flag to be anywhere. I don't think I've ever seen that flag. Actually, we've never seen that flag.
I don't think we've ever seen it in the show.
It's a bear.
It's definitely so. The books all have like all of the house sigils in the back.
Yeah,
like
I remember that. Yeah.
Massive giant appendix.
Yeah. And now let's do my impression of Sir Jorah Mormont. You've got a good heart, Khaleesi, and a positively cracking body. There is no Dothraki word for please. That's why they're so rapey. Mother of dragons. Mother of my pants. My queen. Anyway, that's my Sir Jorah. Thank you.
Khaleesi.
I've got dragons. I've got dragon scale everywhere except on my penis. I'll show you.
But if he did have it on his penis, then it'd definitely be rock solid.
Hard as a rock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's hot.
Oh, so hot. She's a ride.
Should also mention hot tub and disco tent. Pretty
hot
good.
tub
Oh,
and
shit,
disco
yeah.
tent. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for that.
Hot tub was great.
Yeah, the disco tent was...
My favourite moment of that is Ken.
Yeah.
The morning we're
Sunday
leaving.
morning, he
it's
earned
lashing raining. He had kept it on all night.
It was
pouring
lashing
it with
raining.
pots of warm water.
Yeah.
And in the morning, sitting there with his coffee, all right, in the hot tub, lashing down rain at like
I didn't
10
know you
o'clock
did
in the
that.
morning.
I fucking
Great.
loved it.
Nice.
I have great
I got up at
actually,
like
I might
9
have
o'clock
to
in the
send
morning.
the picture.
I actually physically set my alarm to get up early.
I want to say I'm hot tub.
Yeah, because I didn't get in it the first night we went down there.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's, yeah.
I'll have
That's a
to
good
send
call.
you the picture now. So,
Yeah.
but you sitting in there at
I
10
look
a.m.
fucking great.
Look at that.
Indeed.
Definitely
great.
blowing out my face.
Oh, that was great.
Trips away with good friends are always very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
So we had the dinner as well.
Yeah.
So like a
Yeah, there
hog.
was a banquet and we all dressed as White Walkers like fucking nerds.
I'm still finding that glitter everywhere,
Oh my
and
God.
on my son somehow.
I found a bit of glitter
Like-
on a lunchbox that I took to work today. I don't even know how that happened. The lunchbox was nowhere near down. So I don't know what
glitter,
the
it just gets
Mhm.
everywhere,
yeah,
man.
exactly.
I pitied the cleaners of the house, though.
Oh, they're gonna be
We
picking
kept it to
glitter.
one room-ish.
No, we didn't. They're
No,
everywhere.
We walked.
If we count the
everywhere.
house as one
Mhm.
room,
Well,
One big
yeah.
room when all the doors are
There's
open.
a shitload of glitter everywhere.
Yeah.
You know,
Good
times had by all. Just
great times.
really
yeah.
wish it was slightly longer, but you always
Exactly,
want
yeah.
that when you go on
Yeah.
holiday.
I think next time we'll have to try and do at least 3 nights, if not 4.
3 weeks.
Yeah, just like we should do a couple
I
more
think we
days.
probably would have killed each other after 3 weeks.
Nah,
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then also
Wouldn't have been able to keep up the pace of drinking that there was.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, then a couple of weeks ago, like when I was in Melbourne, I bought this Pokemon hat. So it had an Eevee on a hat, and I loved it, and I bought it. Bought the shit out of it. Came home and like I was speaking to Dano, he's like, "Oh, so are you gonna buy like a Switch and buy Pokemon Let's Go Eevee or whatever when that comes out?" I was like, "I don't know, it's a lot of money just for one game or whatever." And then I think I was talking to Joe then a week or two later, and he was mentioning how Pokemon, as much as Pokemon Go is great, the original games are better.
Oh,
And it just sort of got me thinking. I was like, well, my bonus is coming up. I know how much I'm going to get from my bonus before tax anyway. Maybe I should just fucking buy it. And then on Thursday, the second I got paid, I woke up and ordered the shit. So now I bought a Switch, which ironically enough was eating into all my Pokemon Go time.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully you'll clear your Pokemon Go addiction and
Yeah.
just replace it with a different crack addiction.
Hey,
What
hey,
addiction.
you can then.
I will say though, since I got the Switch on Thursday,
Mhm.
like I drove
You've
straight
had it
to
just under a week.
yeah. So I drove straight to Smith's after work and picked that shit up.
Oh
I
yeah,
haven't.
do you remember how there was fucking massive ton of traffic on the exit after
Oh,
the one we were
Jesus.
going to get off on usually?
Yeah, that was fucked up. But like
Mm.
honestly, like the Switch, I haven't played with anything this much since I discovered masturbation. It's incredible. It's incredible.
I was expecting that. I knew it was coming at some stage.
Yeah, that's right.
I walked into that one.
It's hot.
Hope not.
But yeah, so yeah, great times had by all. Anyway,
Yeah, we had a good weekend.
yeah, certainly
week.
we need to do it again,
Mhm.
and do it for longer, like we said. So this week's episode of Preacher. So Les Enfants Du Sang.
Oh, full on Frenchy, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. So Children of the Blood. So it wasn't just the Children of the Blood, though. I thought it might have been an all Cassidy-centric episode, but they decided not to do that, which is interesting and probably beneficial for everyone involved. But I'd imagine because when they focus on just one thing for an episode or two last season,
It didn't work out too
it
well.
left us a little bit cold. I know Ken
Yeah.
loved all that shit as well, but it left us a little bit cold anyway. But no, they didn't do that. There was the Les Enfants Du Sang thing, but they also at least in the opening before the credits, we finally have some Arseface.
Mhm.
Jeez, he's not getting paid
For
much this season,
A
is
grand total of
Yeah.
2
Like-
minutes.
Yeah,
2 minutes. Like, I didn't. Or that's one thing I think I would criticize about this episode. I did want to see more Arseface. I wanted to see
Mhm.
what was going on, and it was a very quick transition of his story. Like
Yeah.
the happiness in his face was fucking
Mhm.
fantastic.
yeah,
It's like he's finding a purpose, and then suddenly
Yeah.
out of nowhere, like he ends up in the what's it called? Adoption
Orphanage.
Orphanage. That's what they're called.
Jesus.
The place where the kids
The
go.
kid. Yeah.
The kids with the orphans and the bipping and the bopping. Sorry, I can't do that impression anymore.
Well, that
Woohoo.
he's so full of positivity, as if
Yeah.
everything's going fine. The opening scene, of course, had the
He went back to
City.
Angelville. Or not
No,
Angelville,
Angelville,
sorry, Anvil.
yeah,
yeah.
and as we see, it's completely
Mhm.
like,
Still a crater.
obliterated.
Yeah,
Jesus.
all I noticed, I had to pause it, and I looked for like specific parts from
Oh,
what
did
we
you?
knew of the town. You
Mhm.
could just see like the steeple of the church just sticking
Really?
all crooked
That's
and
neat.
stuff. It was actually really cool.
That's
looking.
because that was cool to see, and it was very. I was expecting maybe a scene or something there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Or,
expected something,
um,
but it was kind of weird how it was just he goes into the orphanage, gets broken or gets adopted by the Sancta Killers,
That
which was quite
Yeah.
funny. And then it was just like, yeah, you're going back to hell, and then credits, and then nothing else for the whole rest of the episode.
Which is interesting. That didn't really bother me too much. It would have been nice to get some more, but I think we know we're going to get we're getting more. I can't even remember. In the previews, is there more Eugene next week?
No, not in the preview. No.
That's interesting.
I think there will be because it's the episode title next week is Hitler.
You do see Hitler in it.
So that's where the Saint of Killer story is going. But it was kind of just, hey, just if the Eugene piece is only that 2 minutes, leave it till next week. If he's going to be in more next week.
Yeah, that's that's okay.
I think it was more of just a tease.
Yeah.
Just to give you the update, because how many episodes in?
This was episode 6.
Yeah,
This is
the first time you've seen him, so I think it was just
over
a teaser just to kind of bring it into if he's in more next week.
Just over halfway through the season as well.
I did think it was interesting that Eugene's nowhere, like he's not afraid of the Saint of Killers at all. It seems like he's just like, you put me down, you're pulling on my chest hairs.
Yeah.
I love the happy music. Did you notice the soundtrack for it when Eugene is there? It's a really kind of happy Disney kind of and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of song, like right in the background. And then as soon as the Saint of Killers like turns the door, like you just see the like someone shutting down a record.
That was good.
I thought that was really cool. Saint of Killer putting the nurse through the wall.
Yeah, he's not a fan of paperwork.
Fuck no.
That's good.
Finally, we get to see who went through that wall. I actually didn't think anyone. I didn't even notice anyone was going through it in the teaser or the trailer at the start of the year. Yeah, that was cool. 2 minutes though, yeah, we need more.
Could have done with a little bit more.
Bit more.
I thought as well when at the start of it when he was actually crying, I thought he would have been upset because he wanted to like probably make amends, but they were actually it seemed like because he was all happy and cheerful, there were tears of joy that he didn't have to deal with that life anymore.
They managed to survive and stuff.
The kid who was with him in the orphanage, even after the nurse goes through the wall, lucky son of a bitch. I was like, what the fuck?
That was really fucked up. I loved it. So that was good shit. Then meanwhile, Jesse, Tulip, Jodie, TC, and Grandma, and Madame Boyd as well.
They had an interesting week.
They certainly did. That whole heist was fucking deadly, I thought. I really enjoyed that shit. And they
Tulip
finally...
with blonde hair, hey
yeah. How's it going?
I dig it.
Hard, fast, and brief. That was interesting as well. Like, and I didn't even know. It didn't occur to me until Adele mentioned it. She was like, "Oh, look, it's like Tulip from the comics now with the blonde hair and stuff."
Yeah.
Which
really
is pretty cool.
Like a throwback.
Nice throwback.
It's nice.
And they finally alluded to TC being a goat fucker or an animal fucker.
I was so hoping he would fuck a chicken when I saw the zoo. I was like, this has to.
I can buy you some time.
Give me that chicken.
I like how during the robbery it was just like, we've got a report of a problem or disturbance in a
petting zoo.
In a petting zoo. And it's like, we're responding to a bank robbery. It's a TC and just
handbrake turn.
I was
just
so
him
happy
naked
when
with
they
that.
panned out that it was actually blurred.
I
was so
consider you're probably watching on the bus.
So a little bit of goat fucking, or at least goat stealing the goat naked was TC. I knew there was something weird going to happen with TC eventually, and I was hoping it would be. The fucking chicken would be hilarious though.
Yeah, it would be.
But I imagine that if it was, that would be a flashback.
Yeah, probably.
If they did it at all, it would be in the past.
Yeah, maybe
I don't think they need to. I think they've said enough about just showing that, plus some of the other things that has been alluded to previously. You kind of get that he's one of the, like, he's a character, you would say.
He's fucked up.
And I love his comments being like, do you want me to hang around? And he was like, no, I can't do it. It was something along the lines
I can do this on my own.
Yeah, it's that he did
like
need
that.
He gets
pressure
nervous
like
when people are around, And Jodie gets he goes off to, what did he say, do something for Grandma, and ends up like exterminating the entire Madame Boyd crew.
I was just going to ask that. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I wasn't sure what exactly who he was exterminating. So
it was that London Lodge sign in the background.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that went over my head a little bit, unfortunately. But that was still cool.
Fucking no competition
now. Bodies. Yeah, exactly.
Like their whole why don't we do like the TC and all that all straight to the end and then go on to another
one? That makes sense.
If that makes sense. I think even after that, like, they get the souls straight away, bring it back. There wasn't much in the case though. Did anyone recognize the symbol on it? It's like the camera panned on it for quite a while.
It was from remember the Chinese van?
Was that the one?
Yeah,
I
because he was
wasn't
the
too
soul
sure.
extractor.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Chinese guy that used to do it?
Right. Okay, that makes
Well,
sense.
I assume it was. If I'll try Google the.
I
truck
think
real
no,
quick.
I think you're right. I can't remember the name of that because there was only one episode, or two, I guess. And yeah, the bit at the end, obviously, where they have so you can see that Grandma eats the souls and does get she gets
younger,
much younger and
her
more
hair
vicious.
straight away.
Yeah, what a bitch.
Yeah, she comes on. Grandma coming back at the hair, I thought was fucking hilarious because everything else looked the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
But obviously, then they have Madame Boyd hooked up to the soul machine.
Was 100% convinced it was Tulip up until.
No, it was too obvious
reveal.
to me. I was like, that's not gonna be Tulip. It was too obvious to be her. But the very fact that she made Tulip watch.
Yeah, what was that about?
I think it was more just a, hey, you fucked me over once, this is what will happen.
Yeah.
Don't do that again. Kind of like her showing a bit more of her badass side than what we've seen previously, because before now she's kind of been decrepit and kind of like an elderly person.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I've got my medicine, I'm, be careful of me. I'm a bit of a badass.
I'm crazy.
Crazy. And then obviously Jesse comes in and shoots her a lot. And it's like, I will pay my debt, but you don't. Because they were they mentioned they were gonna put her down into the tombs to fight.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Sorry, I'm after finding a picture of the side of the van again. What was the image that was on the case?
It's like a wasp or something. Like
oh right, no, because the image that's on that I have of literally the side of the van, it's like 3 little swirls.
Oh, it might be that then.
I'll
it
try
might be
to
that.
find a picture of the case.
Okay.
I think the last thing that happens in the house is Tulip calls Cass.
Okay.
And that kind of crosses over into the Cassidy story, so I guess we can touch on that now. Once again, Cassidy being the whole heart and soul of the entire episode, because it's like he's trying to convince himself as well as Tulip's like, no, I don't keep friends, I just move on. I go, like, there's been thousands before you and thousands after you, but you can actually see that he's like broken up doing this, and Tulip as well, because I think the only reason she calls him is to, I think she feels bad for saying that she didn't love him and to get him out of harm's way.
Yeah.
In much the same way that Jesse was doing to her and to Madame Boyd back in the day. So those kind of parallels are there.
Everyone's trying to save face, aren't they? Like, I just don't want to hurt you. It's going to come out eventually.
It's almost like honesty would be the best policy.
I know, right? Like,
who would have thought?
Cass's honesty was fucking hurtful, though. You could see it in Chillow's face. Like, complete, holy shit. That is really cruel to say to someone.
You bad bastard.
Like,
can we talk about Herr Starr and how amazing
oh god,
that
sorry, we
was?
should do that. Do that
before
do
Cassidy.
That first.
Is it Pip Torrance?
Pip Torrance, yeah.
Jesus Christ, he was amazing in this episode.
He's such an incredible actor.
And I know you were saying, Mick, that you were not convinced that he should be afraid of the Allfather. Were you convinced when you saw him sitting on someone's head?
A little bit more now, yeah.
Oh,
so
that
it's kind of like
fantastic.
he's this guy who's gotten himself into a place of power, and he's like clinically insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he sat on that guy. What did he say he did it for?
Oh, he touched his
Something to do with food, was it? Something like that?
No.
It was something to do with his food.
Yeah, like he nicked one of his, I don't know. I can't remember what it was.
Anyway.
It was a Pop-Tart.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
that's
Was it
it.
what it is?
He touched
Oh.
his Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
That was it.
So there's that, and then the entire fact that his idea of he's going for the nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah, fuck.
So it's just like, no, I'm going to nuke the entire world to prepare for the coming of our savior. And it's like,
You
what?
mean our tap dancing
Yeah.
Purdue?
Just the polite smile, and he was amazing in this episode. I loved him.
And they finally showed his penis head.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
your head looks like a penis.
that was fantastic. Again, we got a new hat.
Yeah.
More of a bowler hat
Like
this
a bowler
time.
hat this time. It was like very, what does Featherstone say? Very hip or something? Or
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, I
which
think-
also has one of the best lines is when he says Featherstone.
I've just
for the
lost my
first time.
morning erection.
That was fantastic.
By the way, I think now I can finally reveal how he gets the penis head in the comic.
Okay.
Jesse literally gets a knife and just cuts his head right back like that. So that's how he does it in the comic.
Or this one he was shot. So.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So Yeah, no, he was amazing, and just that final cliffhanger on that end of the storyline of.
But it's the second time it's kind of
We need
ended
to
an
talk
Allfather
about-
thing.
yeah.
We need to talk about Jesse Custer.
I was like, oh my god, he knows. Where's that going to go? I'm very excited to see where
Especially since
that moves on to next week.
we know the Allfather is talking to the the devil,
Yeah,
and the devil also asked, "Do you know Jesse Custer?"
yeah,
So it's kind of that thing of everybody's looking for Jesse.
yeah.
It's
So
like,
unless it's the
fuck.
case that Allfather doesn't know that Herr Starr is trying to fuck him over necessarily, but he knows.
He
about
knows.
Jesse
I think
Custer
he knows.
because of. Do you think so?
I
I don't think he knows.
I think the
'cause
whole
I think
horse
if he
thing
did know,
completely. The horse thing kind of just seemed something that is like to put someone in line again.
Yeah,
It's like, look, this is what happens.
yeah. The horse thing.
The
As
horse,
in
like,
eating-
the horse thing is
making him eat the horse.
making him
is
eat
an
it, yeah.
example of a crusader
Mhm.
Yeah.
who loses his steed. So basically, Allfather would be the crusader, Herr Starr is his horse kind of thing.
Mhm.
You know, like first in line or whatever, his
Yeah.
general basically. And it's like, I will eat you if
Yeah.
you fucking get out of line. Like, I will literally eat you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which
And
is a
the-
scary thought.
Sorry, I found it is the same
Same
logo.
It is the
Yeah,
Chinese
yeah, yeah.
guys? Alright, cool.
And the Humper Doo-Doo written on the wall.
That was deadly.
Indeed.
What?
Indeed.
Not a big fan.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Were you
Did he
not?
do that himself?
Of course he did.
I love
I
that.
thought that was funny. You didn't like that, Mick?
Well, it's a dumb joke.
It's a great joke.
Super doo-doo.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Is it Icarus? Is that how you pronounce him?
Icarus.
Um,
Icarius. wasn't it?
Icarius. He was fucking brilliant this episode as well. That actor. What is his goddamn name?
Plays that kind of classic vampire kind of thing
Yeah,
you see, doesn't it?
He did it really well.
Like, all the classic vampire stuff you see in movies, the flying, Jesus Christ. Just the face on Cassidy,
Adam
he's just not
Crowsdale?
impressed.
Crowsdale, yeah, he was fucking great. I wonder, like, have we seen? I don't know. I haven't seen Pip Torrance in anything else, but he's
I'm
amazing.
sure you have.
I kind of
I
want to
bet
do a
he's
deep
one of those
dive
ones that has
There he
appeared
is,
in loads.
in a classic top hat.
Yeah,
Of course he is.
Um,
He's in Goldeneye. No,
he's
wait,
in the Force
Tomorrow Never
Awakens.
Dies. He's Colonel Kaplan in Force Awakens.
Yeah,
He's in Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah.
Jeez, he's been in a lot, hasn't he?
he's some lad. He's fucking brilliant in this show. My God. Yeah. So it was quite a roller coaster of an episode, and there was again they had a lot going on,
Yeah.
mhm.
and they dealt with it all really well. Like the only complaint that we've sort of come up with so far is that we could have done with a bit more Eugene.
Well, it kind
But
of
again, that didn't. I don't think that really hurt it too much, not having that much
it
Eugene.
meandered a little bit. Again,
In
like
what
the
way?
Eugene stuff was 2 minutes and didn't really do anything except now the Saint of Killers has Eugene. Like that could have been the opening to a longer episode that has more of them in it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
but again, that's one of those things that keeps you interested, and I think that worked pretty well though.
Yeah, but
You know.
without doing anything else in the episode, to me, it's just don't forget these guys are here.
But
But-
that's
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
That was I was okay with that.
But I would have preferred, and this is just me, I would have preferred that if that's all we're going to get in this episode, leave it till the one where you're going to actually do more of that.
Why
I wouldn't
are you
mind-
such a fussy Freddy?
I wouldn't mind leaving like the Jesse Tulip stuff for a week if it meant further filling out some of the things. But
Okay.
trying to get to every single character is a lot of what what I think caused problems last year.
I thought it was the opposite of what caused problems last year, is in focusing too much on this.
Well, just having
Pointless
that many
ex-husband thing.
characters, yeah.
Yeah, no, but I don't know.
But
For
go
me,
on.
You're
anyway,
never
I
going to
thought-
forgive them for
But
that.
it was kind of like
Well, I thought they did.
damn Victor.
I thought they did it well.
It was kind of
It
like
worked pretty well, I think.
the Arseface stuff was like that. I would say even aside from giving the Allfather a little bit more of a edge to him, the Grail stuff didn't really do that much either because they're no further than they were the week before.
I disagree. I
Herr Starr spoke to the Allfather.
Yeah, but like last week you were saying that. Listen up here. I'm going to defend the show.
Okay.
Like last week you were saying that you didn't really buy the whole Herr Starr being afraid of Allfather there, and he's just a fat bastard,
Mhm.
and like what's he
And
so afraid of?
What I did like this week
Yeah.
is that God, I'm gonna get his name wrong, aren't I? Hudson?
No.
No.
Hoover.
What
are you calling? Where are you getting Hudson
So
from?
it's Hudson and
Hudson and Featherston.
Featherstone.
My God.
I'm going to get tattoos in your hands. One's going to be Hudson, the other's going to be Featherstone.
Hoover actually touched on that point
Jesus.
because when they're going up or when they're in the lift,
Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot to
he's
put
like,
push
he's just like, I don't know, he just seems kind of fat.
Yeah.
And that's when
He's
the
not
flashback.
so scary,
so that
yeah.
he was basically me from last week going, I
Yeah.
don't know why you're so afraid of him. He's
Yeah.
just a big fat guy.
Yeah.
And then Starr elaborated with
It's
the
a fat guy
sitting
with
on his head
unlimited
thing.
power.
Yeah.
Like,
And I liked that bit, but again, it didn't progress that story very much.
I think Pip Torrance acting in the scene.
Oh yeah, no, he's the best thing about this show.
Yeah,
Like
I think just
undeniably
that
the
made
best
it
thing
for me.
about this show.
That made it so watchable and so enjoyable to see, Herr Starr freaking the fuck out internally and trying to make it look as if
Seeing
he's...
him that worried because he thinks he's going in, and when he sees the Allfather, he's like, "Oh well, that's me."
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
I honestly think Dave Grail story is progressing every time I see them.
Yeah, I love
But
it.
I
their
don't think
plans
the Grail
for-
stuff did that much last night.
I think it did
Okay.
enough. I don't know. what you
I
call it.
think
But again, I don't
For
know
me, it
what
did
it
enough
could
anyway.
have done.
Yeah,
I'm just being nitpicky, like I
Yeah.
always am.
Well, the best part about that scene,
makes nitpicks.
apart from that, was when Featherstone
Don't forget Hudson.
tried to tell him one more thing, and he's like, "Oh, I have something else to tell you." And
Oh,
the
yeah.
door just slowly closes on her face, and then he turns around and realizes that he's there.
Yeah.
I think
That
with
was
the
great.
Allfather has definitely pushed it forward. He's now here. He's
Mhm.
where Humperdoo is. He's preparing for the the second coming of the Messiah.
Even just
and
the
a
whole
nuclear fucking war.
Yeah, I mean, even the mention of that alone, you're like, holy fuck, he really is absolutely insane.
Oh yes.
And like, mention the nuclear war plan, mention the fact that he's pushing ahead, and that's gonna be his plan, and the Humperdoo is gonna be the new savior and stuff again, and based on the nuclear war, and he leaving with I want to talk with Jesse Custer. That is like, to me, I'm like, holy fuck, I cannot wait to see where it goes
on
next week.
reflection, I suppose there is quite a bit in the
Grail story.
Grail
It's
stuff.
nice and meaty,
Yes.
isn't it? There we go.
It was meaty, yes.
I just thought it was sick when they took the first cut off it and just the blood.
fuck,
pouring
man.
out of it.
Fair play
Brilliant.
to the goddamn set designers.
Yeah,
The way
that's
that
great.
pulled off
Yeah.
was fucking
Phrasing.
sick.
Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I think that was the whole Grail part then, wasn't it?
Pretty much,
What I
yeah.
Yes, indeed.
I do, on the last point, and I have to say, Herr Starr's reaction to Allfather's craziness, his fucking insanity,
Yeah.
is great. He holds back the most sarcastic smile
Yeah, oh, it's great.
so well.
I think it's
like,
more. I think it's more
almost
like it's more worried than.
It's like a worried. Oh my fucking
Yeah.
god,
Mhm.
this guy. Yeah, I love it. I
Brilliant.
love it. Pip Torrance is perfect for that.
I think we covered pretty much everything anyway.
Well, we've not really
Haven't gone into
discussed the Cassidy stuff at all.
At all.
Moving on. No, sorry. So Cassidy.
Sorry, we didn't let you finish. We've pretty much discussed everything except Cassidy.
Except for
Except
Cassidy.
Cassidy.
That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
Again, Cassidy is. We were talking about this outside a minute ago, but yeah, Cassidy is fucking brilliant in this episode.
Mhm.
I honestly think this had some of the funniest moments in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And we were talking about some parts. I always thought it was the music playing in the
Yeah.
background until he actually goes like, "Dude, can you stop playing the fucking piano?"
Oh,
Like,
so
this-
good.
The nuts.
It was just
Yeah.
one of those
Yeah.
things, and
Yeah.
like even the harp was there, and then you
Yeah.
had you know what? As he tries to leave for the first time, you guys are so fucking lame, and just kind of walks out.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
brilliant. Even the fact that they were in some lad's grandmother's basement.
Oh, that's so good. The
So
mother as
funny.
well.
Yeah.
It's like,
Not even mother,
you don't even
grandmother.
look well.
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on? I've been smoking crack all day. Like, he's so honest.
Yeah.
Fair fucks to him.
And again, that's. I mean, Cassie is definitely a broken man at this point.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's gonna leave.
I think that's the thing. It seems like he's trying to go back to his old lifestyle
Yeah.
before he met Tulip and Jesse,
Yeah.
but he just can't seem to get over them, and it's different for him because, as you said, and like I think there is an element of truth to what he was saying to Tulip. He usually does just, meet people and then move on and keep moving on. Because he even says it's like when he's talking about why you'd want to be a vampire, it's like all your friends die, you have to stay inside all the time and like it's no fun. Like he it seems like he hates being a vampire.
Yeah,
And it's kind of what, and whereas Icarus is like the opposite. He's like, being a vampire is great. And then talks about, they've obviously mentioned Dennis as well. It's like, when Icarus reveals that his whole thing is he gets all his supernatural powers by getting human blood from the Enfants du Sang, I guess.
The children of blood.
It seems to sicken Cassidy. Like, he's disgusted at that point. And that's when he, like, walks out. But it's like, he starts mentioning all these people are willing, they want to be turned, they're here voluntarily, and they're good people, is what he says.
Yeah.
I think it's the humanity left in Cass that refuses to take blood from humans. Or it's like kind of holding on to the last kind of...
But even the contrast where he keeps asking him, this Dennis you turned, was he a good guy? And Cassidy's like,
He's a bit of a dick. I did like that reaction.
So I'm very interested to see where that goes.
Yeah,
and where
but again, I'm amazed that Cassidy is, the heart. Cassidy is the heart and soul of the show.
Such a tortured soul, for this.
And he does it really well because he's able to pull off, like, the quippy, funny Irishman.
Yeah.
As well as being, deep and kind of emotional when necessary. And he pulls both of those off in this episode because obviously he's got the phone call with Tulip, which is really emotional. But he's also got the scene where he's out in the bar with Icarus.
Yeah.
And he goes to try pick up that woman, fails miserably, and Icarus is just like, come to me.
Yeah.
It's that classic Dracula, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, everything he did was Dracula.
Like, makes out with the woman, makes up with her dad, and then turns into a cat.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
How the fuck did you do that?
That was fucking brilliant.
When he disappeared, the dad and the girl looked around, you pervert. Fucking poor Cass. He always gets the
But Cassidy's just there. That was brilliant. Now I have to say I'm very impressed.
Yeah, that was great shit. And like knowing where it goes in the comics, I'm very intrigued to see where they take it with the show, the whole Les Enfants Du Sang thing. So, so I'm very looking like there's between the Grail and then Jesse and Tulip and Jodie, TC and Grandma.
That's all seems to come into a head.
That's all going to come together next week, as we know from watching the preview and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jesse and Les Enfants Du Sang, I'm very interested to see where that goes.
I think that comes to. I think something happens with that as well next week.
I must do, yeah.
What is it?
Les Enfants Du Sang.
I'd imagine so. There's a few things I know from the have we all watched the teaser for it? Do you want to hear anything?
Yeah, we'll watch it afterwards.
Well, yeah, go for it. I can watch it. I don't mind. It's not an actual spoiler, really.
I like to put it in maybe like a sentence. It's like this, and this, and all of us like Grail arrives
at the house.
Yeah, Cassidy and the Sang captured. Question mark kill Grandma again.
Yeah.
And TC asked Grandma what Genesis is all I took from the teaser.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so Genesis, which is something we haven't even talked about even on this podcast.
Yeah, considering it was the main driver of the first two seasons, it's been mentioned once in this season. And it's kind of like, huh.
We only heard the word of God once, and it was a placebo this season.
Yeah. It was a gazebo, yeah.
A gazebo, yeah. So seeing that TC asks what it is, I'm going to assume he overhears something that he shouldn't have. And
I reckon
Grandma,
from her reaction, she knows exactly what it is.
Which is fucked up, which I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall I thought it was a pretty solid episode anyway.
I thought it was solid. I didn't think it was spectacular, but it was...
Yeah.
Again, I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of an uptick next week. I think we'll get it.
An uptick?
An uptick next week, yeah. I think I'll get it.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it's been 3 weeks now since... Anyway, I was like the pinnacle of the season was like 2 or 3 episodes ago, and the last 2 episodes have kind of been, for me anyway, a little bit holding water after the absolute train ride that was the Tombs and the Coffin episode. It might have been the Tombs and the one before.
I think Gonna Hurt.
Yeah, Gonna Hurt and the Tombs.
Yeah, they were kind of the 2 that were shit. Not shit, but like holy shit.
Yeah, the shit.
They were the shit.
They were the shit.
So yeah.
Yeah, that time right.
Well, if you're talking about rating episodes...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, indeed.
you
go
make
first,
my own little theme tune?
I could make one up right now.
How many
No,
stars
don't
did
do
Herr
that.
Starr star?
If a hair star, who got hair
We
stars?
will go in couch order.
Okay.
From left to right or right to left?
Joe.
Good answer, because my next question is going to be your left or my left.
Although great episode, I'm middle of the road on this one with 3 hair stars.
Okay.
Still a great episode. I just
Where do you think it lacked?
I don't think now. Well, you know what? It's mainly due to, say, the Arseface stuff at the start, lack of more, and a few parts I was actually just like, was to do with the bank heist in some parts as well. I was just
Really?
yeah.
I love the bank heist.
It was
Yeah.
very...
The start of it was good, but the finish was just
Okay.
thing, and then it was suddenly straight back to the
ended
house.
really suddenly. They
Yeah.
were in and out, and it was done with.
I think I wanted a little more in that section. A little bit more meat.
Again, I don't think you needed to have more in the bank heist, because they were never going to not do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah, it's done. And I like... It's one of those kind of tropes where they're explaining the heist as it's happening in real time, as if they were talking about it beforehand, which I think is a really cool...
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like little GTA skits.
Or even like, is
Yeah.
it Snatch or
Ocean's
Lock
11
Stock?
kind of
One
stuff.
of, yeah,
11
like Ocean's
could do
11,
it,
where
yeah,
they're
yeah.
explaining it
as it's
Well,
as
happening.
it's happening in
Yeah,
real
yeah,
time.
yeah.
It's a neat device.
So, Aiden.
I wouldn't be as high on it as well as the last 2 episodes. But I still think it was a really, really great, solid episode, and I have very little bad to say about it, so I give it 4 stars out of 5.
4, okay.
Yes.
Mick.
For me, it's gonna be another 3 hair stars out of 5 hair stars.
Christ.
It's again, I didn't have any major problems with it. 1 or 2 minor things. The stuff that was good was really good, like the TC stuff. Yeah, no, it's again. I do still want to see what happens next. Maybe not so much as I was 2 episodes ago when I was like, "Hey, I'll watch another episode right now if you give it to me."
Yeah.
So, but I'm still interested. Like, it's holding my attention way more than last season did.
Yeah.
And I think that's an achievement in itself.
Indeed.
I don't have to quit the podcast.
No, not yet.
What about you, Ken?
For me, I think because the story kind of felt a lot all over the place, as you said, Joe, with like that tiny bit of Arseface at the start, and then it was thrown in at the middle. It just seemed like, I know I was trying to defend it earlier on what Mick was saying. They were probably giving you a teaser before.
We're selfish. We want more.
Stuff.
We want more.
But yeah, we would have wanted more, but it could have waited until they had more there. I think they just wanted to kind of cock tease it a bit.
Yeah.
But with it,
That's the only flaw I could find in the episode anyway. Just I could have done a bit more.
It didn't really flow well. Like, the story was great.
Yeah.
Like, it was great the way they filled in a lot of stuff. They kind of gave a bit of comedy to seriousness. But I think overall, the way it flowed kind of just killed it for me. So I would give it probably 3 as well.
3 hairstyles.
Yeah.
Just to counterpoint that, this is
To
the
counterpoint
that,
ratings. Someone else.
no,
is
not
is
from
wrong.
me, but IMDb has this rated as the highest rated episode so far this season.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, so
They are wrong.
That's all the super fans.
In
Rating it
fact,
early.
yeah.
It'll
Their
go
opinion
down
are wrong.
eventually.
I will say this
Wow,
though.
that's impressive. From
This is the same
100%.
website that people voted Popstar 6.7, I think, or 6.6 out of 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
see, I
fucking
told you
way
they're
too
wrong.
high.
You fucking bastard. You complete bastard.
Oh shit!
That song or
Ah.
that film
Better
has
turn
about
off
3
the
good
cameras.
minutes, and it was the first 3
Oh my
where they
god!
sing "Humble."
I know you're just doing this just to rile us because you know I have. I'm a style boy for life, bro. Look at that.
Well, no,
Mick.
the bottom half of your arm is.
I don't turn off the
Oh,
cameras.
fair
I don't want to see someone get stabbed on camera.
He will get
Okay.
stabbed.
That wrap up.
There will be blood. Anyway, so I guess that wraps us up for this week on the
The
preacher side of
episode,
things. So I mean, we've got 4 episodes left to go. We've got Hitler, the Tom/Brady, or the Tom Brady, whatever you want to call it. I can't even pronounce that. Schwanzkopf and The Light Above. And according to IMDb, there's another 3 episodes after that. They
I
still
think
haven't changed that.
IMDb
So
are wrong.
Wrong.
I'm pretty certain they're wrong
IMDb
as well.
have been wrong a lot recently.
That
so-
rating.
Yeah.
For example, that rating though.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're closing in. We're on the home stretch pretty much now at this point.
3
Yeah.
more.
So yeah, I
Sorry,
think
4 more.
we're gonna 4 more. We're gonna break now for the to watch the preview next week, and Mick's gonna put a clip of this week's show in the middle and join us in part 2 where we're going to talk about the question of the week, which is best and worst depictions of God and Satan in movies and TV. Join us.
Won't you?
Lol. And welcome back to part 2 of Preachin on Preacher. The question of the week this week is best and worst depictions of God and Satan. Not God, Ween, Satan, the Ween album, just to not confuse it with that.
Hang on, what?
The first Ween album is called God, Ween, Satan, The Oneness.
Sounds like a terrible name.
It's a weird name,
Okay.
but they're a weird band. So, Boys Club.
Right.
Anyway.
I like the song Boys Club, yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Really cool.
that's not on that album, but anyway, yeah, it's fucked up. Anyway.
What songs are on that album?
You Fucked Up is one that I can remember off the top of my head. I can't remember the rest. It's a good album, though. I haven't heard it in a while. But there's
it's
like
a good album, I just
Holy
can't
shit.
remember a single song on it.
I can't remember the name of a single song on it, apart from
So sing one of them.
You Fucked Up. I'm not going to sing You Fucked Up. It's anyway, listen, fuck that. God and Satan in film, god damn it.
Yeah.
Best depiction of God, I think, one of my friends said it on the Facebook. But yeah, we're going to bring up Dogma. Alanis Morissette's thing is cute.
Shocking. We're going to talk about Dogma again.
Yeah, I know.
We might as well call this the Dogma cast.
How have we not reviewed that yet?
It's a dog cast.
Because it's terrible.
It's not terrible,
but
come on.
Do you know what? Like, I think even just the idea of God being a woman in the film, I think that was pretty cool. Anyway, into itself.
Yeah.
And even just not even just so much Alanis Morissette's portrayal of God, but just people's talk about her, like Selma Hayek saying like it makes sense that God's a woman, like women give birth to babies and blah blah. And it's like, oh, she's kind of right. It does make sense that God will be a woman. Do you know what I mean? It's an interesting argument anyway. So that I like that sort of idea anyway, and that portrayal of God.
Yeah, that's up there for me.
Satan, I don't think I'll ever see anything that I prefer portrayal wise of Satan than Satan in South Park.
That was the one I was going to bring up. That's quite funny.
I have a few that I definitely can't get out of my head.
Yeah, that's one because he's just so lovable as well. I don't know. He's deadly.
I quite like
sorry, go on. Yep.
Al Pacino in the
Little Nicky.
Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate I was going for the serious.
Oh,
one,
sorry, that was Harvey Keitel in Little Nicky.
I have that down. Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Little Nicky is amazing.
But the Devil's Advocate is a quality film.
Yeah.
Very early Keanu Reeves, isn't it?
It would be. Yeah.
I don't think it's that early, is it?
Like 97,
early enough.
maybe. Like
post Bill and Ted. Anyway.
Okay.
that was very early. Another one. All right, if you mentioned Harvey Keitel, Elizabeth Hurley is another one that played.
God, I forgot to.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ!
Female devil.
In that remake of Bedazzled.
Yeah. That's a love-hate kind of film. It's not great.
You love it, I hate it.
It's fun. It's kind of fun to watch. And
Elizabeth
Hurley,
to be honest, I've never seen it.
Even to this day, that woman, oh my God.
Yeah, I know,
Like, in all honesty,
let's be honest, you'd have sex with her. Yeah, you'd have
I'd
sex with her, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Wasn't that funny, Joe?
It was funny. I would wreck that. Another one, I don't know if you've seen Constantine.
I have.
Peter Stormare.
You are Constantine talking about that, yes. I fucked up that.
It's been a long time since I've seen it, so I can't really remember. I didn't know. I didn't remember God being in that film, but again,
he played the devil. Peter Stormare.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
I'm still on the old devil ones here.
Peter
Stormare in Constantine was fantastic, and I love that actor. He's just such a. I always should be the bad guy kind of actor.
Who?
Peter Stormare.
I don't know.
You definitely do. He's one of those names that you look up and it's like, oh yeah, that guy. I want to say, was he in? He was in Fargo, was he? Or am I thinking of somebody else?
Him.
Yeah, he was. in Fargo.
He is in Fargo. Yeah.
There he is at the devil, actually, right there.
Yeah, he's class.
He's such a great actor, and he portrayed it very well.
I'm just trying to see what else. Jack Nicholson, Witches of Eastwick, was Satan at one point.
I don't remember that.
Never saw it.
Never seen it either.
What about Gabriel Byrne in End of Days?
That's the Stallone film.
Stallone one, yeah.
In the devil, it's the end of days. Was it like that?
Well, Arnie's in the devil.
Sorry,
Gabriel Byrne
Schwarzenegger, not Stallone.
Though, like, the devil having a kind of Irish accent was really weird.
And wasn't he pissing petrol as well at one stage, Jordan?
I think, that's
I think he
familiar, but I'm
pisses
not
petrol
sure.
and then throws his lighter on it and explodes a car.
I'm out there.
God.
I don't know what I've been drinking. I'm out there pissing petrol. It's the end of fucking days.
Of course the devil is Irish.
There's no Coke. Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
out there
another one that came
pissing
to
on all of it
mind.
with me petrol dick.
Petrol dick. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
The most famous is Tim Curry.
Is it?
in-
Tim Curry in Leg End.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
I can see you can have the photo above it there. That's probably one of the most largest portrayals of him.
That's
Isn't that him?
fucking terrible looking. That looks like the worst Satan
No,
ever.
that's a pretty good one.
Like, as
It looks
Satans
like
go,
shit though.
it's pretty.
For 1985, it doesn't look bad.
But it's over the top though. There's like the horns are too much.
He's a
I can get
horny guy.
I should probably get a picture of this, Ken, and send it to you or something, just so you can maybe put it in the video. It's a
What is it?
Tim Curry as Satan in
but
Legend.
I can't look it
It's
up.
on
but
screen right now.
Thank you.
Amazing.
It looks fucking stupid.
God, I love this.
Oh, technology. What else we got here? Yeah, of course we got Trey Parker as Satan.
South Park seems
I
to
love
come
the
up in
dick on
nearly
his
every
chest.
list. Like,
What? Oh, God, yeah.
I
How did you never
that
notice that?
before.
I don't know.
There's a
You never noticed the
dick on
penis
his
in,
chest.
and you're gonna notice the dick on his chest right now.
If
You're
Ken
watching at
remembers
home.
all this stuff.
I'll send it as soon
No,
as
you won't.
we break. No, I will. I'll send it to him as soon as we break. I think it'll be the easiest thing to do.
Some portrayals are really odd. Others I remember more.
Yeah. Tom Waits in The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. I've never seen
Still
that
haven't
either.
seen that film.
That
That was the one where Heath Ledger died during filming. So
was.
Colin Farrell, Johnny Depp, and was it Jude Law all filled in?
I see.
They did that for free, actually. Funnily enough.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Last Temptation of Jesus.
Willem Dafoe plays Jesus in a film.
There's no
Did you
way
not know
William
that?
Dafoe
No.
plays Jesus.
It's
It is-
That's fucking hilarious.
it's the Scorsese films. That's supposed to be really good as well.
Who the hell thought William Dafoe would be a nice guy? Like,
Yeah.
the guy has the most evil smile in existence.
But he's Willem the friend.
Ew. In this film, he
Aw.
is William DeFriend to all, or at least 12 blokes anyway.
William the Friendo.
Except the prick that betrayed him, of course. Yeah, so Leo Marx and Julia Caton played the devil in that one, in The Last Temptation of Christ.
Never heard of it.
You've never heard of The Last Temptation of Christ?
I've heard of it. I
It's
just
a
didn't know
Martin
Willem
Scorsese
Dafoe
film.
was in it.
No, I've never seen it.
You've never seen it, but like it's a pretty famous one, I thought.
Is it?
Yeah, sure is.
Never actually seen it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to watch it for a long time because it just sounds interesting to me. Like just a Scorsese film about
Mhm.
Jesus. That's fucking mad.
I've never heard of most of
Yeah,
these films that we're looking
Neither
through
have
a
I.
list. Hey, there's
Ooh,
the original
Peter
Bedazzled.
Cook for Bedazzled. That's probably good.
I still haven't actually seen the original one.
Neither have I.
Maybe we should add it to our list.
Oh,
there
Jesus
she is.
Christ! If you're watching at home on YouTube, you're seeing Elizabeth Hurley looking fucking unbelievable right
She, in every uniform she wore in that, like, every time she changed, like, you were just like, the outfits just kept getting skimpier and skimpier.
Yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
now. Yeah, that's fucking amazing.
Rodney
Rodney
Dangerfield.
Dangerfield and Little Nicky, but it's
I
not
think
Roger
they
Dangerfield.
got the name wrong on that.
Yeah, they did. That's Harvey Keitel. If you're looking right now.
Oh, there.
Oh wait, sorry. Roger Dangerfield,
Was
Little
there
Nicky.
two Little-
Harvey Keitel, Little Nicky. Is there two Little Nickies? That's odd. Okay, I don't know what's going on there.
Harvey Keitel was a great devil in that, I have to say.
Yeah. Tom Kane, the Powerpuff Girls. Look, see, the pictures are a bit weird here because I think
I think
so the
pictures are
Powerpuff
wrong.
Girls didn't load properly that one, so that's odd.
So don't send me that one.
No, I'm not going to just
Go
going to
back
send
up
you
for a
like
sec.
a broken
There he is.
picture
That's Peter Stormare and
Peter
Constantine.
Stormare and
That's
Constantine.
a great
yeah.
film. I actually really like that film.
He is. I've never seen it. This is mostly a podcast with stuff that I haven't seen at this point. It's fucking pathetic, isn't it? Yeah, that's the end of that article that I googled about 3 minutes ago.
So there was no writing down of anything? Because I also had some
Yeah.
more God ones. I had two more that really came to mind.
Go on, then, Joe.
which were? Go
Lock
on.
them in.
Morgan Freeman is Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, he's quite
That was
lovable,
cool.
isn't he?
Yeah, really likable in that. And I do love that he has a sense of humour with the whole, Jim Carrey's character is doing
The
that
7
whole.
fingers
It's
thing.
like, I'll be back on the, was it 23rd of whatever.
Yeah.
Thing goes, all right, I'll clock you in.
Yeah.
It's like to help him out. I thought that was cool.
Even though my favourite line from Morgan Freeman is probably like, "Smite me, oh mighty smiter." Now, I'm not one for blasphemy, but even I thought that was funny.
Another one, Graham Chapman, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, it's not really God though, is it?
It is, yeah, it's God. Remember in the sky where he's talking for a while and all that?
Yeah.
You will find the Grail.
Yeah. That was played by Graham Chapman.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I apologize. I thought you meant like Brian himself. And like that
actually came up in quite a few lists, but it was also one of the first ones I thought of.
Yeah.
Before South Park, actually, funnily enough.
Yeah.
For the devil. That was the first God one that I thought of.
Indeed. I'm trying to find other God ones, but I can't really find anything.
There's loads for the devil, but not as many for God.
Yeah.
It's like they were saying, no, we shouldn't do that. That might piss off people.
Yeah.
Adele says hello.
Hi, Adele. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Since you watched us talking bullshit. She probably has better things to do, let's be honest. I think most people do. How many people are watching?
Well, she has free time with you not there.
I have better things to do.
Yeah.
Do you?
No, I really don't.
Should we leave you to it? Like raising your child. Or
Mick? What?
Oh,
what?
yeah, he has he's a child.
Mick has a kid?
Yeah.
What?
Fucking hell.
Should we drop the whole Mick as a child thing? I think we've tore the arse out of it at this point.
Why would we drop Mick's child? That's disgraceful.
He does a fucking
Isn't that
good
Mick's
enough
job?
He does a good enough job of that himself.
Really?
So you guys can see the little playpen or the four-sided toy thing he has there.
What do you mean? There's no toys in this professional
No,
studio.
not at all. See the side that has the buttons and phone on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He went over like a plank of wood that today. So like he was in set and they just went boom. And he was like feet up straight in the air, head down.
Oh,
was it
Jesus.
absolutely hysterically funny?
When I realised he was okay, yes.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh no, he fell.
He's
all right.
there was like 20 seconds of oh god, and then he was like, no, he's fine.
Is that why
Fucking hilarious.
Where was my phone?
every corner's starting to have a lot of rubber and foam around here?
A lot of stuff he wants to climb on.
Your kid is bumping into everything, Mick. Climbing.
He's walking now though, so
That's cool.
well, it's more of a toddle
Yeah.
with a waddly arse.
Don't make fun of him. He's trying his best.
He is trying his best.
He barely has those legs. Like they're new. You know?
Well, he's had them as long as he's been alive.
I know.
Has he?
But they haven't exactly worked for all
I
that
didn't
time.
get mine till I was 3.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Got them in a special ceremony just for gingers.
No, it was a sale.
Oh, did it? Oh,
They have to
just
wait
go
to
ahead,
steal them off some Southsider.
Then where'd you get the neck?
That was rare on the north side. All right.
Oh, Jesus. Why
You're
do
only getting the...
Don't
Why are
make
you
me
trying
get
to-
out the blade and cabra. All right.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Lads, why do Northsiders buy pigeons? Teach their kids how to walk. It's good pants, isn't it?
Oh man, that's good.
You watch
You
yourself.
cruel
I'll rob your laptop. I'll rob your laptop.
Come on, he'd stab you
Yeah,
for a Kit
imagine.
Kat. Like, come on.
Jesus Christ.
Watch yourself.
Kick that blade tomorrow.
Morrow or nothing.
Morrow or bust.
Jesus.
Mr. Lucius Needful.
What the fuck is that?
That's the
He's
Rick and
from
Morty one, isn't
Rick and Morty.
I don't remember the devil in Rick and Morty.
He's played by Alfred Molina, who's famous for playing Dr. Octopus, and he's also in Raiders of the Lost Ark. I can't remember the
Yeah.
character name in that film, but
he
that's
gets
in there.
killed at the very start.
Yeah, no,
Doesn't
he's
matter.
He's
He's the guy who runs the shop.
He runs the
isn't
shop that Summer works at.
he?
Oh no way! And that's actually the devil. I don't remember that.
Yeah,
devil.
he was the devil. Do you remember they beat the fuck out of him at the end of
yeah.
the episode? Spoilers, by the way, for anyone who hasn't
They
seen
get all
that.
Don't
buffed
remember
up and
Yeah, how do you not remember that? You're an idiot.
Fuck you!
Rewatch Rick and Morty. That's what I'm saying.
not
And
our
you
de-
finish it. for
Yeah, I
Christ's
really
sake.
should. I stopped at the Pickle Rick episode.
You're a fucking
That was the one I was
idiot.
looking forward to watching
Holy
the most.
God, that is a fucking amazing episode.
It's so
It's
like
hard
the-
to turn away when you're watching that
I
episode.
stopped 4 episodes in.
Did you?
Yeah, Ken
Yeah.
doesn't
Wasn't
like
for
it.
you.
Don't like it.
Jess hates it as well.
Keep it
Like
going.
It's
despises
no.
it.
Don't like it.
I just
It's,
I don't like Rick's voice. It really annoys me and irritates me.
Oh really?
And then
that
it's
was
this
loud.
stupid little hiccup.
Yeah.
Morty.
Yeah.
Shut up
Mm.
and just
Um,
get sober.
You can't.
Other cartoon portrayals that I just think it's not the devil, but Robot Devil from Futurama is
I was
pretty
just
cool.
thinking of that one. Yeah,
Because
played
I
by
was just thinking that looks pretty much like that guy.
yeah, played by Dan Castellaneta.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He's pretty amazing as well.
Didn't they have like the devil car as well?
I don't know. I don't remember.
That was a Were car you're thinking of.
The Were car.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
thinking
okay.
of, yeah.
Yeah. That would be it.
I mean, canonically in The Simpsons, the devil is Ned Flanders.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fantastic.
That was good. That was good crack. Do we have any feedback?
We do. We have a good bit of feedback.
That makes a change. What do we get?
We
And
did.
emails this weekend.
Fuck off. Of course we haven't.
Nicole had put through worst, probably for the devil, was and she put the picture for Insidious, but I'm pretty sure that was a demon, if I remember that
Oh,
correctly.
Yeah,
okay.
I think as soon as I read that one later on, it's I think
That's okay, though.
Whatever
That was
it
good.
was, that actual character thing
That
looks
scene.
shy.
Actually, he looks so much better in the actual show.
I was going to say,
I
is
love
it
the
out of context?
Insidious
It just
films.
because it looks like
I
someone
love them.
painted a doll and stuck it behind that guy's face.
It's definitely not. It's a creepy demon thing. It only appears for like a split second as well.
Okay.
and that's the freakiest thing about the movie.
fucking
You
hell.
don't even notice it's there, and then when you rewatch, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
it's there the whole
because
time.
there's shadows behind or along the walls and stuff that the camera doesn't even pan to or acknowledge.
Yeah.
That you'd only watch or notice the thing. It's pretty cool.
I think I need to watch more modern horror films because I tend to watch a lot of the older ones that are regarded as, oh, these are classic horror films.
Yeah.
But the modern kind of ones, I kind of go, oh, they're all modern horror. They're going to be crap. But
I'd
there's
recommend Insidious for the 3 chapters.
Yeah.
They're really good. And then
because I've read a lot of people talking like online about how it's kind of a new dawn for kind of modern horror
A
films.
new golden age kind of.
Yeah.
psychological horror now.
Yeah.
And
Like, there
what's
was
the other-
obviously-
Conjurings are fantastic.
Because I think maybe some of my thoughts on it are clouded by the fact that there were like 12 Saw films.
7,
and-
but yes.
Yeah, and they were bad by the third one.
You like all
In
of them, don't you,
general.
Joe? I haven't seen any of them, but like
The only way I can defend Saw is in a stage. It's a 7-part film.
Mm-hmm.
In not chronological order.
I
So the
guess
problem you have is
I
like,
more just mean that they seem
all
to
over the place.
like there seems to be a lot of these horror franchises that get sequels cranked out. Like there was fucking
every Halloween for
was
about
it
4
is
years.
Paranormal Activity the video camera one?
Yes,
Yeah.
There's like 6 of them now. Like
Really?
how is there 6 of them?
there's definitely more. The last one was not the marked ones. There's something Dimension.
Mm-hmm. But
Marked,
it's ridiculous.
marked ones was awful.
I understand the
mean,
first
awful.
the first one. It's like they find a unique spin on a horror film,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden think, yeah, we're gonna have to make 8 of these. This is a new. Everything's a franchise now.
Yeah,
I
The
know.
fucking horror cinematic universe.
they got lucky the same way Saw got lucky. They made the film for less than 20 grand in one house,
which is
with a
what
camera.
you want for that kind of
and
thing.
then they're like, "What? How much did you get back at the box office?" Oh, like 140 million.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, okay.
So the rest of those films can be flops and no one cares.
No one gives a shit. They're gonna always make money on it.
Yeah, sorry, just to go back on the Insidious point, it's actually a lipstick-faced demon, according to Wikipedia.
Is that what it actually says? Jesus Christ, that's
and
terrible.
It's
That's awful.
There's no even mention of hell because the kid is stuck where the demon's little house place is. It's in purgatory,
Oh, okay.
so it's not actually even
Spoilers.
I'll grab
Right.
that picture and send it on to you as well, Ken.
hell. Which one, Insidious?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what he looks like. I don't want to look at that again.
Yeah, but even just for the people at home that haven't seen that shit like me.
And here
Yeah,
it
it's
is right
pretty
now.
Joe, do you want to continue on? With
Yes,
the...
I can. Robert Collins.
Sorry,
So
what?
he
sorry,
looks like
just
Darth Maul, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
it's
just
a
a rendering.
That's
face
yeah.
demon.
That's Insidious 3.
That's he's
Demon
not. He's
makeup
not in
trial.
it. That's a video game.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Go. That's also a cartoon.
What do I know? The
You only
actor.
see him, like,
okay,
once
that
or
looks a
twice.
lot better than that one. I don't know why. What do I know him from?
Insidious. Anyway.
Anyway, okay. Robert Collins says worst/bests. It's a matter of opinion on this one. Is Dave Grohl as Satan in the Pick of Destiny?
That film was bad on reflection.
Did you rewatch it? Was it?
I went to the cinema to see that. Think I felt pressured into saying it was good because some people I went with really liked it.
Yeah.
And I was like, thinking back again, it's like, there's maybe 3 or 4 funny lines and 1 or 2 good songs, but
Yeah.
the rest of that
100%.
film is
See,
garbage.
I love the first Tenacious D album, so the second album was effectively the soundtrack for that film. I
Mhm.
heard the soundtrack when it came out, and the soundtrack is a bit shit, so I didn't bother me arse with the film. Still haven't seen it to this day.
Not too bad. Stick with that.
Yeah. They've never managed to recapture the magic of that first album, I don't think.
No.
I'd agree.
So, which is a shame because the first album was a bit of a masterpiece. Honestly, I think it's absolutely fucking
It's up
hysterical.
there. It's definitely up there.
The production is amazing, but that's not surprising because the
Ding,
Dust
ding,
Brothers.
Ding, 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 ding.
The Dust
I told
Brothers,
you to do anything.
Yeah.
That's
Winning
it.
nothing.
One song in the bag.
Yeah.
Next song. What next song?
But it's one note. Anybody could have done that. Anybody could have wrote that.
But
they
didn't. We did.
I guess they wrote that song. Me, baby. Me. But yeah, that album's produced by the Dust Brothers, who made Ode Lay by Beck and Paul's Boutique by the Beastie Boys, and yeah, they're fucking geniuses anyway. So
How come you don't do a music podcast?
because none of you
Jesus,
fuckers
yeah.
like music that much.
Just
Apart
do it
from
on
Ken.
your own.
What?
Just do it on your
Yeah.
own.
Like pick an album to listen to once a week and talk about it the next. Oh my god!
Right, fellas, I'm out.
too.
Anyway,
Add to the list.
Preaching on music.
yeah.
No.
What else?
That was like almost like a second of everyone contemplating, like,
I wonder what that would sound
we already
like.
do a TV show and movies.
Yeah.
Part 2 would always be the CD, or would be the album.
Yeah.
So did
Anyway.
everyone listen to the album this week? No.
When do I get a chance to listen to it? Aiden would play it in the car on the way to work. Be
Yeah.
great.
All right.
Continue.
David Blair, Dogma, Best God Performance. We got Lorna comes in with Alanis Morissette, Dogma. Kieran, Al Pacino, Devil's Advocate. We don't mention these. These are good though.
Well, we kind of just
Again,
went through a list. So.
Alanis Morissette, karaoke.
A lot of people bringing
Um,
up Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
Like, I understand conceptually the female god being an
Well,
interesting
that was my
take,
point earlier on, yeah.
but she's in the film for about 25 seconds.
I know, but she goes like meep. She was a little
Yeah.
boop on the
That
on
wasn't
the note.
the line in the script
it's-
was when she said what's the meaning of life, she just she looked at her and said, I have one word, plastics. I still don't understand what the fuck Kevin Smith was trying to say with that line, so I'm glad he cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense whatsoever. But anyway.
So, yeah,
go on.
I struggle to understand people's very much fondness for it. Like, interesting idea in a film that's about religion. But
That's what I mean. Like that's more than anything. It's just the idea of it.
The
That's
idea, yeah.
more
It's
so
not-
than like that's not to
That
slight
could have been-
Alanis.
yeah.
She doesn't really have a whole lot to do in it.
That could have
So,
been
yeah.
any female performer,
Pretty much, yeah.
and it would have had the same effect, I think.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But again, Alanis is still a legend because Jagged Little Pill is one of the greatest albums of all time. Join us next week and we'll listen to our first album of the week,
What
Jagged
album?
Little Pill
Never heard of it.
by Alanis Morissette. Flea is on it, and so is Dave Navarro from.
Do I know any
Jane's
songs
Addiction.
from that album?
Yeah, ironically enough, you do.
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
I don't get it.
Isn't it ironic?
Also,
don't get it.
That's not
Joking,
irony,
I'm
though.
What?
It's not. Well, would it be irony that I don't know any songs off an album I've never heard of?
Is anything around the lyrics in that song ironic?
No.
Not really, but it's
No.
still a great song.
The
and
only
a
thing
great
ironic
album,
about that song is that the person who wrote it doesn't know the meaning of the word irony.
Well, exactly. That's the whole point of it. It's conceptual genius. Anyway, next, Joe.
Anne O'Brien, best George Burns as God in Oh God, and worst, which I think is Robert De Niro in Angel Heart.
Yeah, I've seen that one on the list here, but I've never seen that movie.
I've never seen either of those. Films.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm like, oh, I don't know
Thank
these.
you.
I know Robert De Niro
Mm.
in that conversation. Karaoke, but Morgan Freeman was pretty decent in Bruce Almighty too,
Mhm.
though I wasn't too fond of the movie
Two?
overall.
As in as well.
Yeah.
Jesus
Though I wasn't
Christ,
too
man.
fond of the movie overall.
Oh, okay.
Bruce
So
Almighty is so
TOO,
awesome.
not TWO.
I love Bruce Almighty.
Because
If
that's
you only-
Evan Almighty.
You
Yes,
should have
exactly.
read the comments, Mick.
Yeah.
I come in here with no prep.
Yeah, no, Bruce Almighty, it's not a classic, but it's just good crack though. Like
it's a
it's a
good,
very good film.
forget your
it's very-
troubles hour and a
yeah.
half.
It's very watchable. I
Mhm.
quite liked it.
We
yeah.
have some from the live feed as well.
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo! And Lennon comes in with best Constantine. So I take that's the devil. Yeah, what's another one? I agree with that. He's definitely up there for me.
Mhm.
You just need to watch Constantine. I
I've
guess.
seen it.
Oh, you have?
Just not in a long time.
Just
No, I haven't seen it. No.
if I remember correctly, there's a musician. Lead singer of... Oh, fuck. That's
I've
going to
never
kill
heard
me.
that. Is that band any good?
That's going to kill me.
I think it's been
Oh,
Holy
fuck, that's going to kill me.
Are you thinking of like Guar?
No, there's...
No.
No, one of the guys in Constantine, he's part of the
Go on.
main cast, is a lead singer of a band, and I can't remember it. Gavin Rossdale. There we go.
Who's he in?
Bush.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I always
I don't
remember
know why
that.
you looked at me.
I always
had
remember
no
that.
fucking clue what you were talking about.
He's talking of his bush.
Anyway, let's see. Best Constantine. Laura came in with Omen, the original Devil Child. Son of the. Are we going to count Son of the Devil?
Nah, deny.
Like we did with the demon and no. Like,
I don't know how that
she
works.
also did say Devil in South Park, and like, yeah, the Devil in South Park's a classic.
Yeah.
He's turned up in so many episodes afterwards as well. Edel, the Tasmanian Devil.
Me fave.
I kind of like that.
Welcome to Atlantis Sway in the
Tasmania.
Den. The sky's always yellow when the rain or shine. Down to Tasmania, come to Tasmania. Tossing meets toe and it starts to spin like a Tasmanian devil and it slows to skin. Down in Tasmania, Tasmania.
Is that song for the podcast in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
The Tasmanian Devil soundtrack.
Yeah, exactly.
And his marigold mum. I don't know the
Yeah.
rest of the words.
Bushel Bob and his mother called Mum. I remember bits of it. We'll get her an ass hello, always left sore. If you got a deal, just call Buddy Ball.
You
Have
know
we left
so
anyone
much
out?
of
Oh
that
yeah, don't
song.
forget Taz.
The Platypus brothers are bashing about. The Kiwi, the bush rats have we left any without.
Oh yeah,
Don't forget Taz. He put the Taz in Tasmania, Taz in Tasmania, come to Tasmania. Woody Joe. It's pretty only more bits of it.
Surprisingly.
Guys, that is fucking fantastic.
Surprisingly, there's a
That is amazing.
a
Mega
great song.
Drive game.
Oh, was it great? That was
It's
unreal.
The Taz. I can't remember what Taz. It's something to do with Mars, is it?
I don't know.
It's very good if you're getting somehow having a console that can play old video games.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one to play.
Okay.
Preaching on video games
Mhm.
every Friday.
Jesus Christ.
Jeez.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
man.
have to
Keep
record
adding to
4
it,
different podcasts.
Yeah.
Jesus. No.
Jesus. No.
No.
No. Michael. Can't do much more of this fucking thing. We're going to get too many podcasts.
Like that's
No.
that's pretty much our. Oh wait, hold on. Edel says I could not have planned that to go as well as it did. Oh, you know, you mentioned old 80s and 90s cartoons. One of us is gonna know it. Like,
Yeah, of course.
And one of us is gonna completely. Someone's angry.
Do you have audio, by the way? What?
Someone angried up there for a second
I don't know.
ago.
Fuck him.
Who was it? I'll beat you and your children.
What?
Admit it.
The game's just called Tasmania.
You're not actually putting it on, are you?
I'm
What
trying
do
to
you
find
do?
it. Yeah, do you have audio to plug this in so we can listen to
no.
it and all enjoy it together?
Or Taz in Escape from Mars. That's the other one I was thinking of. I can get you audio if you want.
But if you have to get up, then I wouldn't bother.
I have to go to that bag over there.
What bag over where?
That bag over there.
Mick
Are you going
and
to put your crotch
Aiden
to the
Sue
camera again?
says
No.
hi.
Who?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Sue. How's it
Huh?
going?
Hello.
Yeah, that's my supervisor. She's met Mick, and yeah. She's always giving out to me for like being late leaving when Mick's outside waiting. I'm just like, here, fuck Mick. Let's be honest. Like, it's like it's only Mick. He has shelter under that tree in the pissing range. Be grand.
Don't worry, he'll find his own way home.
Yeah,
I'm sure he knows the way.
yeah. But Mick actually was in my office the other day just to play pool and stuff, which was interesting, or witness people playing pool at least.
Oh yeah?
Tell the wife.
Don't tell my wife.
Is she watching?
She never watches. She hates this podcast. Is she?
You sure about that? She was watching earlier. She's definitely
Alright,
watching
so-
right now.
Are you? Is she?
She probably fell
Yeah,
asleep. She
she
uses
is.
it to go asleep.
Oh, Jesus. Is the audio on? No.
It is now.
Jess, if you're awake, you have to type something.
Don't play an ad, for fuck's sake. Oh, great.
Also, Edel says if you have to get it up, I wouldn't bother. Tightly or sex tape.
Lol.
Well, let's just talk while this is in the background. Or do you want...
Rain or shine.
We're just going to watch the Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, it's good crime.
This brings back some really good memories. You know that?
Come to Tasmania, come to Tasmania. That voice is the same voice as the guy that does Yakko.
No way.
Yakko, yeah.
Is that White Coyote?
No. Together and exercise song. Just cover it all.
This is so weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget Taz. That's such a great theme. Right? Fucking sick tune.
It just gets... It's... TV shows
They
definitely
do not
had the
make
best.
cartoons like that anymore.
No, they don't.
That's one thing I'm interested in, like, you know,
They're all too safety these days.
like you have a child. He's probably, you know, he's definitely too
I have
young.
a child.
Yeah, I must ask. I mean to ask Dano,
tell
like,
you.
what's it? Because Dano has like, you know, slightly older children now.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm wondering what the standard of cartoons is in general. I know Peppa Pig is obviously a massive pile of
I've
shit.
heard awful.
Everybody hates Peppa Pig.
Oh, it's so awful.
The only two I've watched, because we do put them on when Ryan wants to.
We do put them on when Ryan wants to have a sit down.
Well, no, when
when he wants to have an out snooze in the afternoon, we do be putting on Bosco.
Bosco!
I loved that when I was a
I hate
nipper.
Bosco.
Bosco's hard to watch now.
I was scared of Bosco as a kid.
I even like Rosie and Jim. And I'm like, that's cringy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I refer to you and Rosie sometimes as Rosie and Jim.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people do.
Is that
Anyway.
wrong?
We're trying to brush his teeth or
if we
cut
get a pet
his nails because it distracts him. And the two he really likes are Word Party,
Okay.
which is a Netflix exclusive made by the Jim Henson Company.
Oh,
Sounds
that's
like you have
probably
to learn things. Okay.
They have a word. They
Sounds like
learn
effort.
Effort.
they
Go
learn
on.
new words and then they have a word party,
Okay.
which is just them repeating
That
the words
sounds
they
awful.
learned. Yeah,
That sounds like the worst kind of party imaginable.
I've been to some of yours.
Hey, oh.
And then the second one is Paw Patrol.
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
looks
everywhere.
awful.
Yup, the Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol
good?
is basically
That's
Mask for kids these days.
Mask had the
Ah.
greatest
'Cause
TV team of all
It literally,
Yeah, you
like
brought this up before, I think,
Paw
yeah.
Patrol,
Did you?
literally something happens. They get called to their main central tower,
Yeah.
and he picks the people for the mission, which is identical to Mask's codename Rhino scene, where
time.
they call in the different Mask vehicles for that week, and then they go off and sell you a fuckload of toys.
It's kind of like
Codename what?
They're gonna fight Venom, wasn't it? Venom was the
it's
name
kind
of
of
the
like
group.
what was it? PJ Masks.
That's another big one I know.
Yeah.
the 3 little kids that
Thanos-
fight crime at night. I'm like, where the fuck do you sleep?
Yeah, Dano and
You know,
Hannah's
you just
kids love that
don't
one.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good show. It's
Hunter
not
sings that
usual
theme quite
bull
often.
Oh,
that like teaches kids absolutely nothing. There's
Yeah.
actually some really good things in it. Like,
So it's not like Peppa Pig, which is inconsequential fucking bollocks.
The one thing
yeah,
I
but
really
we had TV programs that had no learning in it, and look how we turned out.
yeah,
I didn't learn nothing.
I love
Educationally
that, like, tiny little
stunted.
moment of silence there.
Educationally impaired.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like,
Emotionally vapid.
if I'm trying to distract Ryan or something, he really likes the DuckTales theme song.
Oh, you're saying
Just
that, yeah.
randomly. It
Again,
was like the
another
first song he
theme
danced to.
song.
Like, he
My
dances to
God.
fucking everything now, but
Teenage
That was the
Mutant
first one
Ninja
he danced to.
Turtles.
That was the first time Mick cried as
yeah, I
well.
was like, oh, I'm so proud.
Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Beavis
No
and
one ever
Butthead.
around.
Do you remember watching Beavis and Butthead with your dad, like staying up late
Red.
No,
like
my dad
sleepy
hates music.
till 11:30 and then 11:30 at night just to watch Beavis and Butthead with your dad when you're like 11?
No,
That was
my,
a great
my
time.
dad hates music.
Must have been easy. Your dad's like a vampire.
Yeah, I never saw him.
Yeah, he's always out at night. He was a
He just-
vampire.
He'd fly out of the room every so often, just flapping away.
Flapping away?
Adele says
turned into a
Ogie
band
and the
clearly.
cockroaches.
Oh, flap. Oh.
What?
Ogie and the cockroaches.
That's the one. Apparently, that's a fucking peach. Like,
Of current kids' TV programs?
yeah, like when Adele's in Dano and Hansen's on, she'll encourage. Like, she'll be like, "Can we watch that shit?" And like Dano's like, "Yeah, 100. Can we watch that?" Like, they love that shit. It's supposed to be
Fair
amazing.
enough.
The only other one I encourage, Jess hates it because I think I like some of the baby kind of song things more than
Right.
Ryan does,
Right.
and I've more put them on to at night.
You
But,
are a disgrace.
Hold on,
I know
I'll just
you
hold
really
on. I
hope
just
she's
need
asleep
to. I
and
just.
not watching
Well, no, I
this.
tell her this.
She's still live. She's still watching, but
Oh,
she hasn't
Jesus.
replied.
Have you
so-
seen the Baby Shark song?
No.
No, and I refuse to.
No.
Put it
No,
on.
I
Right,
was trying to
last one before we wrap up.
Don't
I
do
was
it.
trying
God,
to
no.
avoid this.
Baby Shark song. We've
That's
gone.
the first. You
We've
type
gone- yeah.
BA,
Yeah.
not the 55-minute version,
fuck
the
no.
2-minute version,
Christ.
and you can skip like the first 10.
You can skip
seconds.
this advert, I'd say.
Is this the
Also,
one that's
there's no
like going,
audio
like,
at the moment, Mick.
viral everywhere?
Yeah,
Mick,
they
there's
seem
no-
to. Oh, sorry.
That's fine. You don't need audio.
Nah.
You can, yeah.
Okay. Are we actually going to watch this?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you could listen to about 30 seconds of it and know how the whole thing goes.
And not have copyright
Okay.
infringement.
It's all sharkies
Uh-huh.
and stuff. They're underwater. That's a golden shark. That's a shiny.
For fuck's sake.
What? What the?
Okay, there's a nice bass drum.
Yeah.
Good beat. I know right away why you like this song. Because there's a great house beat to it.
That's the whole song.
Shark has lipstick.
This isn't bad. Did you see the drum beat sounded for me. That's what's going on right now.
And they put on different voices for each family shark member.
Why
I
would
like
that
it.
shark
I
need
like it.
glasses?
Because it's a grandma shark.
Oh my god, he's got an old grey moustache.
And then they try and eat the kids.
What?
It gets real violent real fast.
Oh, really? Do they eat the little Asian kids?
No, they get away.
That'd be hilarious. Oh,
Spoilers. They even
Holy
raise the
shit, it's
feet.
getting faster, fam.
Tempo change.
I'm going to get absolutely fucking wasted this weekend and listen to this on loop.
Technically, you're
This is
drowning.
pretty good. I was expecting something terrible. This is good.
That kid had crabs.
Oh.
What?
It's the end. Oh, no.
No.
No. Children.
Is it just like a rip-off of Street Sharks?
Well, that was fucking
Oh,
awful.
that is.
Like, that was like
That's
cancer for my
amazing.
ears.
That is amazing.
Like,
Ken, we'll show you
seriously.
at the break because I know you
It's
you
not
missed
cancer.
it.
Oh, fuck. Your ears
Well,
are
I'll
bleeding.
Yeah, see, my ears are
I'll have to
bleeding
edit
right
the
now.
fucking footage in, so I'm going to have to listen to it at some stage.
You don't have to.
No.
You can burn yourself and throw
This-
yourself off the balcony and it would
You
still be the
laughed
same.
at it.
Yeah,
There is
at
video
one
footage
part.
of you laughing at this, so
Yeah.
you enjoyed it.
But it's
Yeah.
repetitive as fuck.
That's supposed
So?
to be.
Yeah.
Like most house music, it's repetitive.
How,
it's
how
fine.
many choruses are in the majority of songs, Joe?
For God's sake.
Yeah. Get it together, Joe.
11.
Yeah.
Does that cover us off for God and Satan?
Yes, please God. Also, Edel on that point
Please
says,
God.
I like how much this has gone off point by my one comment.
I was just about to say it.
So
Yeah.
true. It's like,
Adele's watching like, I wonder how I can just rip
Derail
this
the
train
entire
off the
podcast.
tracks.
how to
Just
derail a
over
podcast.
a fucking cliff. And just, yeah.
Distract them with cartoons.
Yeah, how many
TV
words was it?
intros.
The Tasmanian Devil. I think it was 3 words. So, well done.
Yep.
Yeah, the
3
Tasmanian
words.
Devil.
Three complete words
3 words
destroyed us.
and a cheeky ellipses. And that's all it took.
Cheeky ellipses.
A cheeky little ellipses.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. Thanks
Some
to
boys.
everybody who gave us feedback
That was
for
cool, yeah.
the week.
that was,
Via either comments or on the Facebook Lives.
yeah. This reminds me of why we actually do this section.
Because
Yeah.
it just gets random and ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
that's
it's good. Like,
was
after
good.
a whole serious start to the
Mhm.
whole thing.
Yeah, so
I'm still telling you, sometime we'll do a call-in show and just have people ring into Skype.
please. Mick,
Yeah,
we
we
tested
We
it.
need to figure that out.
We
yeah.
tested it. Like, my
1-800
sister rang me
Preachin.
and it worked.
Oh, we tested it out before and it worked.
Yeah, my
Fine.
sister happened to ring me and the lads were like, no.
Add
I
it
said,
in.
I'll add this later. And like, no, plug it in. So we
It
plugged it
worked.
in. She's
And
on
it
an episode.
worked.
Yeah, it worked perfectly, yeah.
It
Perfect.
just it requires
Yeah.
more computers than we had at that stage
Yeah.
in the tiny little room that we had.
Well, not really. We can just plug it in like we plugged in the...
No,
laptop.
it if you want to have a proper call-in show, this is getting a bit too technical, but you have to feed back the phone audio into the mixer so they can hear themselves, or so they can hear you talking and stuff.
Right.
Or we can record the phone call. There's a bunch of stuff that needs to be
Oh,
done.
right,
but
okay.
You
We
can
have
make
to
you
do
can
that.
yeah you can do
We
it.
could
really-
do it. That would be
if you were
good,
to
wouldn't it?
connect like the audio cable straight into the desk, would
It's
it
called-
not use the mics as a microphone, as in like a headset?
No, so
This is definitely
if
something
you
we
look
could
up,
talk about afterwards.
yeah, if you look, if you
Just
want to
say
look
it.
it up, it's called a mix minus.
I'm not looking up your minus.
Hey, mix minus.
Yeah.
Basically, you have to have something that acts as an audio thing, and then you feed the audio back out of the mixer into that, and then there's a whole thing. Because
I'm
then
already lost.
It's waving to the camera.
I did a lot of research when I was
Oh,
buying
really?
mixers. It's like, how can I do all this? And I was like, yeah, okay, I can do that, and they just never bothered. Anyway,
Yeah. So yeah,
Next
we
week.
should talk about that anyway. So next
call-in
week,
show.
so next week's episode of Preacher.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Hitler.
Oh
Hilter.
yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that Hilter?
About goddamn time.
No, it's Hitler.
Ah,
His name tag says
Hitler.
Hilter,
Yeah.
but it's actually Hitler. Where the fuck? Okay, here we go. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
fun.
I imagine so.
Yeah,
The teaser looks pretty good.
yeah.
So
It
yeah,
does look
Hitler.
good.
Okay.
Fuck, we've only 4 episodes left of that. So Hitler's
I
next week's
know.
episode.
Hey, I know I've probably said this before, but the last episode season's on my birthday.
You
Yeah.
have a birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have an idea for the question of the week or no?
I guess you didn't. No.
No,
I couldn't think of anything.
we'll come to it, and
Yeah.
post it on the social media.
What about because the episode we just discussed
Hitler?
best depictions of vampires in movies or TV shows?
Okay,
Best
we
vampire
can, yeah, we can go vampire.
Oh, yeah.
The week after we could go Hitler if you want. Like,
Well, yeah, that'd be next week's to tie you in with it. But
I already have for movie and TV, best and worst.
Okay, so we'll figure out the wording afterwards, but
Awesome.
it will be vampire related.
yeah, that will be good.
Cool.
Vampire Hitler.
Hitler. That's not a thing. Okay, let's.
If you want Hitler stuff, you should play Wolfenstein.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know what that is.
So good.
It's a
So
shooter game.
good.
You can save that for Friday's Preachin on Games.
Hey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's Friday, yeah.
Jeez, we're going to preach on so much
Thursdays is music.
shit. Oh my
Well, I was
God.
thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Jesus,
Happy days.
Fuck me.
If people want to reach us, will I just take this one and just say where they can reach us?
Yeah,
rather
go
than
on.
dump
Go
on
for
you
it.
guys?
You want to be selfish?
Jesus Christ. I can pass on to you if you want.
No, you're grand.
Suck of shit. Okay, so if you want to reach us, give us a reach around. You can contact us on Twitter at PreachinPod. You can email us preachinonpreacher@gmail.com. Nobody ever does, but the option is there nonetheless. You can listen to back episodes of this show on preachinonpreacher.com. You can get us on iTunes. You can get us on Spotify. You can get us on Mixcloud, and you can also get us on YouTube. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Mm-hmm.
And you can also find us on Facebook, obviously, Preachin' on Preacher. If you search for it, you'll find us there. Dudes.
Does that wrap us up for the week?
I think it
I
does.
think it does.
Over.
Right, I guess I'll see you guys next week. Keep on preaching.